The Roman Catholic Diocese of Meaux is a diocese of the Latin Rite of the Roman Catholic Church in France. The diocese comprises the entire department of Seine-et-Marne. It was suffragan of the Archdiocese of Sens until 1622, and subsequently of Archdiocese of Paris. The Concordat of 1801 gave to the Diocese of Meaux the department of Marne, which was separated from it in 1821 and 1822 by the establishment of the archiepiscopal See of Reims and the episcopal See of Châlons. The current bishop is Albert Marie Joseph Cyril de Montléon, who was installed on 10 October 1999 following his move from the post of Bishop of Paris. However, on Thursday, August 9, 2012, Pope Benedict XVI accepted the resignation from the pastoral government of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Meaux in accordance with Canon 401.1 of the Latin Rite 1983 Code of Canon Law, and appointed as the next bishop of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Meaux Auxiliary Bishop Jean-Yves Namias, who had been serving as titular Bishop of Seine-et-Marne and as an auxiliary bishop of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Paris in Paris, France, under Cardinal André van Geet. Monsignor Jean-Yves Namias was born on September 16, 1957 in Saint-Mande, France, bordering Paris, in the Roman Catholic Diocese of Créteil in Créteil, France. After his studies at the University of Paris.The, he graduated with a license in financial law. He has been a member of G.F.U. He completed his studies in philosophy and theology first for 2 years at the Pontifical Gregorian University at the Vatican in Rome, Italy, then as a student at the French Seminary in Rome, and then in the Institute of Theological Studies in Brussels, Belgium, where then Father Namias obtained a licentiate in sacred theology in 1991. Bishop Namias was ordained to the presbyterate on June 24, 1989, and was incardinated for service to the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Paris. After his priestly ordination, Bishop Namias served as parochial vicar at the parish of Notre-Dame-de-l'Étoile, Paris, and as a chaplain in public schools Jean-Baptiste Clement Etienne Dolet and Martin Nido. In addition, from 1992 to 1996, was in charge of the diocesan service for vocations, and since 1993, director of opera for vocations. Later, he was the parochial vicar at the parish St. Ambroise, and a chaplain in public schools Voltaire and Alain Fournier, rector of the Archdiocesan Seminary of Paris and the diocesan delegate for the seminarians, and finally, as the Vicar General of the Archdiocese of Paris under Cardinals Jean-Marie Lustiger and André van Geet. Father Namias was appointed as titular Bishop of Seine-et-Marne and Auxiliary Bishop of Paris on June 1, 2006 by Pope Benedict XVI, and was consecrated to the episcopacy on September 8, 2006. He serves as president of Radio Notre-Dame. Within the French Bishops' Conference, he serves on the board for communication, history, creation. The present Diocese of Meaux is made up of the greater part of the former Diocese of Meaux, a large part of the former Diocese of Sens, a part of the former Diocese of Paris, and a few parishes of the former Dioceses of Troyes, Soissons and Senlis. Hildegard, who lived in the 9th century, says in his Life of St. Pharaoh that this bishop was the 20th since Street. Denis, according to the tradition accepted by Hildegard Street. Denis was the first bishop of Meaux and was succeeded by his disciple Saint Sainton, who in turn was succeeded by Saint Antoninus, and another saint named Rigama occupied the See of Meaux at the close of the 5th century. In 876 or 877, Hinged Marshal Charles the Bulldog document which he claimed had been transcribed from a very old copy, and according to which St. Antoninus and St. Sainton, disciples of St. Denis, had brought to Pope Anacultus the account of the martyrdom of St. Denis, and on the return to Gaul had successively occupied the See of Meaux. Notable bishops according to Louis Duchesne, the first bishop of Meaux, historically known as Medavcus, who was present at two church councils in 549 and 552. Of the bishops of Meaux the following may be mentioned: St. Pharaoh, whose sister St. Farah founded the Abbey of Fair Martyrs, and who himself built at Meaux the monastery of St. Croix; St. Hildebert, St. Pathis, who died about 684 before being consecrated; St. Ebrigisilus, St. Gilbert of Meaux; Durandus, St. Pourcain, commentator on the Book of Sentences, known as the Resolutive Doctor; Philippe de Vitry, friend of Petrarch and author of the Metamorphoses Divide Moralis Aes; Pierre Fresnel, several times ambassador of Charles VI; Pierre de Versailles, charged with important missions by Pope Eugene IV, and who, when commissioned by Charles VII in 1429 to examine Joan of Arc, had declared himself convinced of the divine mission of the Maid of Orleans; Guillaume Briconnet, ambassador of Francis I to Leo X, and during whose episcopate the Reformation was introduced by Farel and Gerard Roussel, whom he had personally called to his diocese for the revival of studies; Cardinal Antoine Duprat, who had an active share in the drawing up of the Concordat between Francis I and Leo X; the controversial writer and historian Jean Dutillot; Louis de Béarn, twice bishop, first from 1554 to 1564, then from 1570 to 1589, during whose episcopate the diocese was greatly disturbed by religious wars; Dominique Séguier, the first French bishop to establish ecclesiastical conferences in his diocese; Jacques Bossuet, Cardinal Henry Pons de Bissy, celebrated for his conflict with the Jansenists; Louis Mathias, Count de Barral, later Grand Almoner of Empress Josephine and Archbishop of Tours, who took a prominent part in 1810 and 1811 in the negotiations between Napoleon and Pius VII. Notable events. In 1562 most of the inhabitants of Meaux had become Protestants, and Joachim de Montluc, sent by the king, proceeded with rigor against them. They were still sufficiently powerful in 1567 to attempt to carry off, in the vicinity of Meaux, Catherine de' Medici and Charles IX, and so for that reason, shortly after St. Bartholomew's Day, Charles IX ordered the massacre of the Protestants of Meaux. At the Château of Fontainebleau, built by Francis I, was held the Theological Conference of the 4th of May 1600, between the Catholics and the Calvinists. Pope Eugene III stayed some days at Meaux in 1147. In 1664 Blessed Eudes preached for 2 months at Meaux. Mme. Guillaume passed the first 6 months of 1695 at the Visitation Convent of Meaux, where Bossuet had frequent conferences with her, but failed to make her abandon her mystic views. The celebrated Père Lorique was superior from 1812 to 1814 of the Preparatory Seminary of Charge in the Diocese of Meaux. Saints. A number of saints are found in the history of this diocese. Saint Ortharius, a relative of St. Pharaoh, who received St. Columbanus in his domain at Seine-et-Marne, and father of Blessed, who founded about 630 the 2 monasteries of Jouarre and of Saint, when who founded the monastery of Rebais in 634 and subsequently became Bishop of Rouen. The anchorite St. Phaephra and a missionary St. Châlons, both Irishmen, contemporaries of St. Pharaoh, Saint Ile, monk of Lacoy, who became in 634 the first abbot of Rebais. St. Elchild, died about 660, first abbess of Jouarre. Saint Agilberte, second abbess of Jouarre, a sister of St. Ebrigisilus. St. Bathilde, wife of Clovis II, foundress of the Abbey of Chelles, died in 680. St. Bertile, first abbess of Chelles, and St. Etheria, first abbess of Notre Dame of Soissons, both of them pupils at the Abbey of Jouarre. St. Vincent Madalguer, founder of the monasteries of Hormont and Soignes. His wife, St. Waldertrude, foundress of the monastery of Mons. Saint Aldegonde, sister of St. Waldertrude, first abbess of Maubeuge. St. Landry, abbot of Soignes, claimed by some as a bishop of Meaux. Saint Adeltrude and St. Malberté, nuns of Maubeuge, the last three being children of St. Vincent Madalguer and St. Waldertrude. Councils. A council convoked in 845 at Meaux by Charles the Bald adopted important measures for the re-establishment of discipline in the three ecclesiastical provinces of Sens, Bourges, and Reims. Other councils were held at Meaux in 962, 1082, 1204, 1229, where the Count of Toulouse was reconciled with the Church. In 1240 a council was held in which the sentence of excommunication was pronounced against Frederick II by Joanne of Palestrina, legate of Gregory IX. There was held an important council in 1523. Four councils were held at Melun, in 1216, 1225, 1232, 1300. The city of Provence was famous in the Middle Ages for its burlesque ceremonies held in the church. The Cathedral of Saint-Étienne de Meaux is a fine Gothic edifice begun about 1170. The Church of Champigny has a magnificent crypt dating from the 13th century. Pilgrimages. The principal pilgrimages of the diocese are Notre Dame de Lagny, dating from 1128, Notre Dame du Chêne de Proie, dating from the foundation of the Cistercian Abbey, Notre Dame du Chêne at Croix-sur-Oursq, dating from the beginning of the 17th century. Notre Dame de Bonsecours near Fontainebleau, Notre Dame de la Cave at Champigny, Notre Dame de Pitié at Verdelotte, Notre Dame de Melun at Melun, Notre Dame du Puy at Sigui. The head of Saint Veronica at Pomponne has long been the object of a pilgrimage, greatly furthered by the Jesuits in 1670. The cloak of Saint Martin, of which a large portion is preserved at Bussy Street Martin, also attracts pilgrims. Bibliography. Reference works. Benedictines of St. Maur, Gallia Christiana, in Provincias Ecclesiasticas Distributa Carnatensis. Thomas Octavius, Paris, Ex Typographia Regia, pp. 1592–1754. Ubel Conradus, Hierarchia Catholica, Thomas 1, Munster, Libraria Regensburgiana, pp. 333–334. Ubel Conradus, Hierarchia Catholica, Thomas 2, Munster, Libraria Regensburgiana, p. 189. Ubel Conradus, Hierarchia Catholica, Thomas 3, Munster, Libraria Regensburgiana, Gauchat Patricius, Hierarchia Catholica IV, Munster, Libraria Regensburgiana, retrieved 6 July 2016, p. 237. Ritzler, Frumigius, Sephrin, Pirminus, Hierarchia Catholica Mediae Recentis AVIV, Patavi, Messagerodius, Antonio, retrieved 6 July 2016, p. 263. Ritzler, Frumigius, Sephrin, Pirminus, Hierarchia Catholica Mediae Recentus Avivi, Patavi, Messagerodius, Antonio, retrieved 6 July 2016, p. 284. Studies Illu August, Chronique des évêques de Meaux suivi d'un état de l'ancien diocèse du diocèse actuel, Meaux et Cachet, du Plessis, Michel to Sancration, Histoire de l'Église de Meaux avec des notes aux dissertations et les pièces justificatives. 2 vols, Paris, chez Julien Michel Gandouin. Nere, Elia Couteau N. Henry. Martyrs et Confessors de la foi du Diocèse de Meaux, 1792–1799. Meaux, G. Lepelec.